Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Yep, we are reading for June 24th, 25th, and 26th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, you know that I'm going to be using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I will use my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will then follow up with a crystal energy from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, this is just the introduction. You will find this on all of the videos, but I will put a link down there in the description for you to bypass, especially for those who crosswatch their, what is it, their moon, their, well, rising, ascending, moon, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Mars. So if you crosswatch, that's the place for you to go. Or if you just want to bypass again. Now, for the main part, I am going to use my Waite Rider or Rider-Waite deck, and I will use my Colleen Barrett Reed. I did it pretty good. The Good Tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to the source, God, higher power, and ask that whatever comes through just comes through. Now let's go on to my little thing. I know I've talked to death about, well, not to death, but I've talked a lot about the planetary alignment that will be on the 24th. Even though today I'm doing this on the 21st, and even though this is this is the solstice, summer solstice for the people in the north, winter solstice for the people in the southern hemisphere, a lot of Midsummer Eve celebrations are around the 23rd, 24th, okay? So we also had, and I told you about the, what else was going on. Let's see. St. John's Day, that's the John the Baptist birth feast day. So there's a lot of interesting stuff. And I also told you about the Great Full Planetary Parade Alignment. And I've heard some people say, that this is something that happens every 20 to 40 years. But this is supposed to be all the planets, not even the planets that you can, even the planets that you cannot see. And that has been said is about, 100, 140 years. I've put a couple of articles about that. Now, the interesting thing, to me, is, new moon, Cancer, on the 28th, 10:52 p.m. Eastern Time, and on the 28th at 3:55 a.m. Eastern Time, Neptune, who is in Pisces, goes retrograde. So that's a lot of that digging up secrets type of thing. Okay, so the interesting thing to me, is that the last couple of days I've been singing a song from, it is a play, they made a movie out of it called Hair, H-A-I-R, back, late 60s, early 70s. And actually it's a musical. It was a musical on Broadway. Very popular when I was a youngster. And one of the songs that came from it was Aquarius. And it was, so I've been singing it and singing it and singing it, and that it just kind of, like, okay, enough. But a little bit, and I'm going to throw this out just for kicks and giggles. Who's even to say? I don't know with this per se, but it just kept coming over and over. So some of the lyrics is when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. So I'm thinking, well, Jupiter and Mars are in Aries right now. There is this great alignment. They will be in Aries, so there is an alignment going on. They will be in Aries. Well, Mars will be in Aries until July 5th, and Jupiter will be in Aries. Well, then it goes retrograde July 28th. So both of these are still, I would say, in an alignment. And I want to know, this is like one of those things. Let's open this up for discussion. Talks amongst yourselves. Anyway, so I'm thinking, okay, so what would the 7th house be from Aquarius? And that, I counted that out, and that would be Leo. So that, because you count Aquarius as the 1st house. So Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer season. So then we would have Leo is the 7th house. So I said, is there going to be a moon in the 7th house of, which is Leo? And there will be a waxing moon So, it is growing. It is it's from the new moon to the full moon. There will be a waxing moon in Leo July 1st and July 2nd. So who's to say, just kind of, there's a lot of people that do better astrology. Of course, I've had to learn as I've gone along and just whatever higher power, Holy Spirit's taught me about this. But I just thought it was very interesting. So is this? Now, the rest of the song is when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planets and love will rule the stars. And then it said, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. So the dawning, remember, it is always darkest before the light. So are we entering, many people say that we started entering Aquarius 2012. Some people say that it's going to be 2600. So nobody really even has a firm grip on that. But I just thought it was an interesting lyric, and it had been going through my mind so much, and I just thought, hey, we will see what we will see. Okay, let's go on. This card has fallen. Let's see what we have here. So this is the dawning? I don't know. Because it doesn't say full moon. It doesn't say new moon. It just says when the moon is in the 7th house. Okay, and so here we go. First card is, ooh, we have Sneaky Snake this weekend. We have a 5. 5 has some change energy. Could be positive, could be negative, but this is the 5 of Swords. Swords now is Aquarius. It is Libra. It is also Gemini. Thoughts, processing. It's also making plans. It's hearing news. But this is, to me, I always feel like this has Sneaky Snake energy. This person now, maybe I'm doing this whole thing wrong, and maybe this person is guarding the snake, guarding the swords, but I always feel like he might be guarding them, but he's also looking for his payoff. Okay, so I always get a Sneaky Snake energy with this, but at the same time, these people have turned their back. These people somewhat trust him, but he does not feel trustworthy to me. So what is going on with it? Is there a Sneaky Snake energy going on? Something with Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Maybe we're going to hear some interesting news over the weekend, because isn't Mercury still in Gemini, which is our, air energy here. So Sneaky Snake energy. This person isn't, I don't really feel like this person is an honorable person on an honorable energy. However, it does not mean that he gets away with what he's doing. That's the thing that we always have to remember. He doesn't get away with it. He's just, he's just kind of like I said, a sneaky snake. Okay, let's see what we've got here. And reversed cards have a strong energy. So let's see here. The Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups. Okay, Knights, all the court cards have an underlying energy. Okay, Pages, underlying energy is our Earth, which is Pentacles, which is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, money, job, career. Knights is fire, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So it's passionate, burning, very determined. Now the Queen is Cups, water, and that is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid and emotional, very caring, but very committed, emotionally committed, but also spiritual energy. And then the King's underlying energy is air, which we've talked about, sword energy. Thought processes, hearing news, thinking things through, also very strong strategy too. So the Knight of Cups, Knight's underlying is that, that passion, is that, this is really, really where I want to go. But the Cups energy is that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have entered into Cancer season. We have, this is interesting because I do feel like this Knight wants to go forward, wants to rush ahead. But at the same time, he can't necessarily rush ahead. He has his cup. He has his cup. He has to guard whatever is in his cup. Water, fluid, whatever it is, he needs to guard it, and he needs to make sure he brings it safely to wherever he is going. I feel like the horse wants to, the horse has motion, possibly needs to cross that stream. So Knight of Cups is also significant of romantic energy, of emotional energy, wanting to go forward energy. So, is it because, but at the same time, need, he's not in battle. If he was in battle, he'd put his cup down, and he'd also have his helmet, the helmet guard on too. But so he is moving forward. He is prepared if he needs to go into battle. But his focus is to get, I feel like for this card, and it might change during the readings, his focus is to get his cup to where it needs to go. Now, that could be heart energy. Again, that could be very romantic energy. That could be very much a commitment energy. So whatever the commitment is, the Knight of Cups is going to take that very, very seriously. Now, that also, the Knight of Cups, I also feel is very aware of the pitfalls or the downfalls or the sneaky snake energy. So the Knight of Cups, I think, is really trying to, really, establish a plan, establish, how to be successful in crossing the waters and keeping the cup safe. Anyway, let's go on. Okay, now we have the Nine of Swords. Now the Nine of Swords, and again, that is reversed. So 9 has, let's wrap it up, you've got everything you need, but then the Swords has a lot of anxiety to it. The Swords have a lot of, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pray. We're going to reach out, meditate, reach out to whoever our higher power is, and just ask for some help. But the Knight of Swords is also about unnecessary worry, but it just seems really, really overbearing and overwhelming. So it could, this could have a really strong connection with this, dishonorable energy. But again, the thing about the Nine of Cups, and as we go through this, the Nine of Swords, is that this is not, it's more of an illusion than it is the reality. Our mind is making it bigger than what it actually is. We do get through this. That, the Knight of Cups is saying, is really, no, we have to figure this out. Just chill a little bit. I just have to figure this out a little bit more. The Nine of Swords is kind of waking up and saying, oh, how am I going to pay the bill? How am I going to pay the gas? How am I going to pay this, that? But again, the Knight of Cups is really about getting through it and actually, keeping, it is getting through a type of energy, okay? Again, there is something, an energy that is not honorable. It does not mean that that energy perseveres, okay? This energy will only persevere if we are delusion, or if we let the illusion of fear cover us, okay? So the thing again with this is, remember, I'm always saying this, fear is the tool of the devil. It keeps you from being who you are. It keeps you from moving forward. It keeps you from connecting with higher power. Believe it, yes, fear keeps you from connecting with higher power, and many, many times over. It's kind of like higher power is the only thing we've really got to hold on to. And that's with that Knight of Cups happening, okay? Now, let's go on with the Colleen Barron read, the Good Tarot. Let's see what we have here. Higher power. There's so much stress going on here. I know the Knight of Cups, though. The Knight of Cups brings peace and brings connection with higher power. Brings the ideas, brings the love, the caring, with also the passion of that fire energy. So let's see. Let's see. What else? What can you give us? What will you give us? Can you kind of give us a little bit of hope? Help the people that are in those sleepless nights. Let them have rest. Here we go. Okay, let's see what this is. So now we have a 7. Were all of these reversed? I know these two were. I can't remember if that one was. So this one is also reversed. This is the 7. This is a divine umbrella, divine protection, divine redirection also, okay? This is the Strength card. This is very much an angelic covering this is very much a heavenly covering, okay? Now, the interesting thing, oh, I'm sorry. This is, well, I was getting the Strength card, but this is actually the Chariot. Oh, well, I'm not going to redo my videos because I don't do that. But this is the Chariot energy. Okay, cool. So for everyone that's typing away that I'm seeing this wrong, I do have my glasses on. This is the Chariot. I'm looking at her and going, there's the two horses. Okay, the Chariot, much, much better. Maybe I was anticipating Strength. Anyway, the Chariot card is a very interesting card. Again, the 7 does have that umbrella because, yeah, the Strength card is an 8. Anyway, it has that umbrella. Now, the Chariot has very quick moving pieces. It's not static. Things are happening faster than you really think that they're happening. Things are moving forward. But the part of the Chariot is that you need to make sure that you are, again, that connecting with higher power, because the Chariot is kind of hands off the wheel, hands off the reins. Whoever, to be authentic with the Chariot card, the horses are being guided. Now, some will say they're being guided by your force, your will, but others will say, and I will say, they're being guided by higher power. But the horses and the reins are never in the person's hands. They're always hands off the reins. But the Chariot is that fast-moving energy, is that we're going to get through this quicker than you even think. Things are happening that we're not even aware of. There is a higher power that is working behind those scenes. But again, too, this has that, many, many songs about hands off the wheel. Hands off the wheel. Don't try to direct it. Let things happen. Let things flow. Now, it can also mean promotion, and it can also mean, something better, winning the race. But the winning the race is also about hands off the wheel. Okay? Okay. So interesting stuff. I do want to hear, I hope you watched the intro. I do want to hear what you think about that, about Jupiter aligning with Mars and then the Leo. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting, and since I discovered that, the song has stopped playing in my mind. But anyway, take a moment, and you know what? Like, but also smash down that like button, because I guess that's what really, the more likes that I can get, the more it moves the algorithms, and I do think that I'm a little shadow banned. Yeah, because I get people telling me that they've signed up, that they have the bell, and they just don't get my notifications. So if you can like, I would really, really appreciate it. But why don't we start the readings now? Happy birthday to my Cancers. This is a powerful way to start your season. I mean, the solstice, yes, that's always the start of your season, and that in itself brings a lot of power. But then to have that planetary alignment and, the things that are going on in early July, I think Pluto comes close to where it was right around July 4th as it was back in February. So there's a lot of things still moving for you. And when I was talking and I was kind of saying, where is Strength coming? So I took my cards to look at what was the next one. Oops. Well, that was that, and then that one, there was the Strength card. So that would have been the 4th card. So I do think that we need to have some strength. We do need to have some, just fortitude. I think this is a time of fortitude for us. And we have to always, remember, whatever's going on in the world, we still live our lives. And we need to have, we need to believe, we have to have positivity, and we need to have light. So you've got a lot of stuff, I'm just feeling and seeing a lot of stuff with the planets going on. We will see what we will see. Again, fortitude is what is needed. Okay, two cards have fallen out. Let's go on and see what higher power has with the 3rd card. Higher power. Okay, and this one's reversed, so that has a strong energy to it, a stronger message. Let's make sure we have that all like that. Okay, 1st card. That looks a little better. For our birthday Cancers. 1st card is Oh my gosh, again, didn't you have this recently? Again, if you did, because once I deliver the messages, that it just kind of floats out of my head. It's not for me to hold on anymore. But the 9 of Swords that was in the introduction is followed by the 10 of Air. So the 10 is transitional. We know that. 1, new beginning. 0, God's source energy. Air, again, is that Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. But this is moving on. This is being freed. This is things ending, finally coming to an end, or it's in the process of ending. You're doing whatever you need to do to make some of you're connecting. You're being used to make some endings. You're being used to let go of some difficult times and look towards that light. Look towards the better future that you have coming. So this weekend, I want you to really embrace that. I really want you to put it out there that things are going to get better. Things are getting better. Not only are they going to get better, as in future, they are getting better. Claim it for the present, okay? Claim it that things are happening, that it will be will be good for you. Anyway, 10 of Air. The end of a difficult situation, embrace the change, and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. I feel like it's from, whatever it was, you're throwing it off, my Cancers. Let's see. This one's reversed. The Chariot. Again from the beginning, okay, the introduction. Even though I said strength, it is the Chariot. The 7, divine umbrella, divine divine oversight, divine interference. Archangel Metatron, believed to have been Enoch. Enoch, before the flood, talked with God. Really had good conversations, to the point that God said, you're not going to die. You're just going to come up to heaven and be Archangel Metatron. At least that's kind of what we're seeing there. But, now knows that human condition. But again, the Chariot is hands off the reins. Pray, meditate, put it up there. Keep throwing it up to the universe, whoever that is to you. I don't necessarily like to just say to the universe, because you don't know who could be picking that up. I like to direct it, and so I direct it to God, Spirit, Source, Holy Ghost, whoever you want that to be, whoever that is your connection, spirit guides even. But this is, again, hands off, but you do not stop with the Chariot. You continue to live your life. You do not stop living your life, and you continue to hope for the betterment. So this is one of these times where you really need to have a lot of affirmations and a lot of positive belief and positive, just positive vibes, positive energies. Okay. Now, this weekend could be very. It could be very changing. It could be very life affirming. It could be very life changing in a positive manner. For some of my Cancers out there, an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. Next card, the 10 of Fire. So we have the 10710, and fire energy is your Leo, Sagittarius, your Aries. Leo follows you. We have a couple of things in Aries right now, Mars and Jupiter. Anything else? I can't remember. And we also have that Sagittarius full moon really pushing that energy here. Now, the 10 of Fire, though, is not about you resting. It is about you continuing, you picking up whatever it is, moving forward. The 10 of Fire has a little bit of a struggle to it. So it's not necessarily saying that everything is, free and clear. You still have to move forward, and you still have to carry some of this, you still have to do some of the fight, some of the work involved. But the thing about the 10 of Fire, it tells you that you don't have to do it by yourself. There are people to support you, people to help you. There is also a spiritual guide, a spiritual energy that will help you too. So this is too much work. Accept help from others. And I do feel like you need to, the help from others is going to play a really big part of this weekend. Life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. But remember, we have the 10 of Air saying, this is ending. This is ending. It is the end of a difficult situation. So this could be what your current situation is, but then the Ten of Air is really, because these are the two that fell, right? So these are the two that are really trying to get your attention and saying things are ending, and it could even be an end to that Ten of Fire energy. You're not alone. Things, somebody else might be coming to pick up. God might be sending you, somebody sends your angels. Angels are very important. We all have guardian angels. So ask for help. Okay, let's see what we have here. So yeah, for the most part, now you can also drop the zeros, though that's God source energy. So you could have a 171 backward and forward. So something is going on with those numbers. Oh, okay, we have a couple. Okay. We have two. We have two cards. Now, both of these are Major Arcana cards. This is confirming what we talked about, the 9. 9 has the, you have everything you need. Wrap it up. This is the Hermit card in the traditional tarot. This is solitude. This is praying. This is meditating. This is connecting with your higher power. And even though things are changing, remember, in order for you to do this, you have to do this, okay? This is really learning, also learning from what higher power has to say. And part of it, too, is saying, what was I supposed to learn from my struggles? What am I supposed to learn? And if they're over, then let me learn to let go of them, too, okay? But this is the Hermit card. This is going within. This is searching and connecting with higher power. Now, we have this one, which is reversed. This is a 16. This one is the Tower card, okay? So many times over, it's the Tower card that things have to really, like all things get, they're just, everything gets disrupted, everything gets disheveled, everything gets pulled down in order for you to rebuild. The Tower card is not as negative as a lot of people might think it is. It just means that the paradigm, the parameters, things are disrupted in order for things to be rebuilt. Okay? We have the 1-6 energy. So a 1, new beginnings. 10, again, transition. 6 is the number of man. It's the energies you put into something. And then 1 plus 6 is a 7. So again, we come back to that God source divine energy here. But the thing about the disruption, now with this card, you're being like, this is not good, Debbie. How can you say this? Look at this. This person was basically handcuffed. This person was bound. The disruption is going to break this person free. So this is really a breakout. This is a freedom energy, freedom card. This is saying whatever has been binding you, whatever has been holding you down, it is now being disrupted. You are now breaking free, okay? And that goes back to the end of a difficult situation. So again, lots of things going on with this weekend that does encourage you to connect with higher source, meditate, do all those wonderful, wonderful things. Really take time to do that. And if you don't have necessarily the time to sit for a half hour to an hour or however long that is, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you're driving, help me. What do I need to know? Believe it or not, that's when I've done a lot of my meditation, okay? So this is breaking free of the bonds. This is breaking free of something that has really been keeping a very strong hold over you. Okay, let's see. So yeah, you've got a lot of higher power spiritual energy here that's just saying, work with me, my Cancers. Here we go. Let's see what crystal or energy we have for my Cancers that'll be helpful. Here we go. Well, one of my favorites, if not my favorite, black tourmaline. Protective, anxiety relief, aura cleansing, self-belief. Things are moving for you. They're not just moving for you in the natural, they're moving for you in the spiritual. And actually, I would say that there is a lot of things going on in the spiritual. Let it happen. Keep putting it out there. Keep, kind of be that, be that child mommy, daddy, mommy, daddy, mommy, daddy. Keep on bugging higher power till you get some answers. Okay? Okay. Anyway, my Cancers, again, I'm going to say smash that like button because that's what moves that algorithm, I understand. But like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, my Cancers, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.